that we are still here. We are alive and free. Your host, Dr. Joseph E. Marshall Jr.
All right, you got through that one. Good evening, street soldiers. Good evening. One more time. Here we are. Keeping you alive and free. Keeping you alive and free. All things good. Good advice, good information, good instruction, good example. That's what we do. We've had whoa, Lord, we had a full day. Actually, we've had a full week, couple of weeks. Actually, we've had a full year. Actually, we have a full street soldier's life. Yes, Lady E is with us in the studio tonight. She is with us in the studio. And
Hey,
I
Malcolm.
know Mike is glad to see her.
And so is Mr.
Yes.
Mitra.
Yeah,
Definitely.
But that's yes, I'm gonna get to her.
My bad. Oops.
Okay, all right.
Patient Gertrude.
Mike, you are surprised to see Lady
Yes,
E.
definitely.
Because
Great seeing Lady E always.
we always see her on the
Via
Zoom.
the
She's
Zoom.
been here a couple of weeks now, right, Lady E?
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Had a
Yeah.
bunch of events coming up. Also in the studio is Miss D, Ms. Demetra. Ms. Demetra. Uh you know, I start with Mr. Mitra talking about her, I might not get ready for the show. But we're all here. Got a great show for you tonight. As I said, we had a great day today. A wrap up of just at least 2 long weeks of major activities around Alive and Free Maker Boys Club, and a wrap up of a tremendous year working with our young people, many whom you have heard or seen on the radio program lately. But we'll get into that. And I gotta say hello to. There he is, the soul, the soul, the soul, the soul. What's up, soul? How you doing? How you doing? Look who's here in the studio.
Oh, we can't hear you. Are you
He's
on mute?
muted. He's muted.
What a
Yeah.
treat it
All
is for
right.
you to be seated next
I
to
can't hear you.
the two queens in the house tonight in the studio. That's a beautiful thing. You're a blessed man. What's up, ladies?
There's Malcolm. Yeah, we missed the first part. Good to see you, though.
Mm-hmm.
You good? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm doing. I'm still recovering from my little trip to LA, but I'm doing good.
Tell him where you went.
Oh, Mike, I made it down to I was in Hollywood, and I just happened to see the Marathon Burger, Nipsey Hussle spot, so I had to go in and support. And cool, nice little burger joint. Got a beautiful picture of Nipsey on the wall. Burger was on point. Music was on point. It was fun in there. All black folks working behind the counter. It was real nice.
Nice.
And I was glad I got to see that. And then I just went shopping on Melrose. So, but I like clothes, so that's me.
Sounds fun.
Melrose.
Hey, it wasn't. I didn't go to Beverly Hills. But
Where is Melrose?
Melrose Avenue is Hollywood, West Hollywood, kind of.
West Hollywood. Hollywood. Yeah.
West Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't Slauson. Man.
No, it wasn't a swap meet. No.
It ain't Crenshaw. No. Yeah, well, you can do that.
I'm into fashion. I had to say LA's. They know their fashion in LA. So.
And it's really nice to see Nipsey being remembered like that. It really is.
Yeah, obviously it's sad. You wish he was here.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful to see his legacy continue. He was just getting started in LA, and he would have been doing so much more. But yeah, it did feel really good to see that piece of it still going on. It was great to see.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you made it back. All right, I know. Well, he said it was hot in Fresno.
Well, I mean, Fresno is hot. There's no way around that. Yeah, it's sticky.
All right. Lady E, you've been here for a couple of weeks. Want to say what you've been here for, what you've been doing, and Mike is so glad to hear he's still smiling. So he's still smiling. He ain't stopped smiling since you walked in the room. Look at it. Look
He is.
at them teeth. Look at that. Boy,
Hey,
look
Mike.
like it's cat.
Hey,
it's been great hearing you on the show.
Oh, thank you.
And your comments. Yes,
Appreciate it.
So yeah, I've been doing a whole lot of Omega. That's what I've been doing.
That's what you've been doing.
A whole lot of Alive and Free, working with the kids. The barbecue was great, and the benefactors reception was really fun. And so, yeah, it's been busy.
And last Tuesday, the pastoral ceremony was beautiful, where the community came together, and the ones going off, the new collegians going off, pass the torch to the next group of Omega members, and
And my girl.
yeah,
All right.
it was nice. What you looking at?
I'm listening to Jill Scott.
Oh, that picture.
Listen.
The background
Oh, background. Okay, all right. That's us. That's how we look when you out here.
music bed.
And Mr. Mitra,
Hey,
you have been here for a minute. You have been here for a minute on your travels back and forth. She's the
that's a
bike.
citizen of the world. What do you say? The world is bigger than the block?
Yep.
Yes, some people know firsthand.
Some people got a couple of blocks.
Yes.
Big. So, you want to say something, Mr. D? Talking to the mic. Tell Mike how Tanzania is. Tell Mike, give him a snapshot of Tanzania so we can get him over there.
Dar es Salaam.
Wow. Wow. Wow, that sounds cool. The Indian Ocean. I bet.
Mm.
About that sidewalk. It's like a sidewalk, only it's sand and water. You know, what is that? What is that?
Sand?
Yes.
Well, that's different places, but I've experienced that whole box.
Oh, in Mexico.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
But, beautiful.
Wow. Got to get out there. Yeah.
Zanzibar.
Got you.
Everyone knows Zanzibar.
Got you.
See how casually she said that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just Indian Ocean, Zanzibar, Mexico. Kind of like you
So
saying
excited.
Fillmore Hunters Point.
Yeah, a little different. Just a little bit.
Well, when you said that casual, then you know what you know.
Right.
He's
Right.
familiar.
You know what you know. You know
Facts.
what you know. Today, awesome day. Woo! Our benefactor reception, Mike, whole lot of alumni there. I want to thank you to everybody that showed up today to say to send off our new collegians whom you met a lot. They've been meeting on the show in the last couple of weeks, maybe a couple of month or so, and our new college graduates, 14 in all. Just a wonderful, wonderful year. We're shut down for about a month. Got to get these kids out of here, write some checks, and then we'll open up for the next group of Omegas. All right, let's get to some news. All right, it's funny that you mentioned that, Mr. Mitra, about where you are, because Malcolm's first news story is a growing number of African Americans are leaving the U.S.
Huh.
Leaving.
Maybe we know one.
but she coming. Okay.
But maybe not leaving, going back and forth. But that counts too.
That's very good.
Yes.
Yeah. And Kenya, in this case, is welcoming them with open arms. This is about a gentleman named Kenneth Harris. He yearned for a place where his dark skin was a mark of shared heritage. I love that. Not suspicion. Years ago, the retired 38-year-old veteran found that solace in Kenya buying now you know you got a real when you buy a one-way ticket. A one-way ticket from Atlanta, now based in Nairobi. Mr. Harris has established an Airbnb business and found a vibrant community. He enjoys a luxurious lifestyle in an upmarket apartment, often admiring the city's golden sunsets from his terrace room. Mr. Harris is among a growing number of African Americans choosing to relocate to the East African nation, often describing it as coming home, a phrase commonly used within the Black community to signify a reconnection to their ancestral roots. And of course, a couple of weeks ago, we had the one and only Enoch Hawkins, and we heard the show called From East Oakland to the World. And he has been to 27 different countries. Hint, hint, everybody. Hint, hint, get that passport. Yeah. See the world. You ain't got to be in the Navy either. Remember that song? It's too old for you. To join the Navy to see the world. Yeah. You don't know that. Okay.
Don't know that one.
Gotta
Doc.
be a serious. You have been around a while and know that one.
Oh my
You ain't got to
goodness.
join the Navy to see the world.
No.
You just got to get that passport and go check out the world.
Here, Mr. Mitra.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. No, no. Oh, she's couldn't hear you. So we good. We good. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
You want to say it again?
yeah.
What?
Make sure,
Very
very the
I like that.
make sure you go to experience what the cultures that you're going to be amongst.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I went to New Orleans, but that's not the same thing.
Dr. Marshall, you've been to Africa.
That's true. I have been, but I ain't been in a while, and it was always connected with work, which is fine. You know, what's great going to those places. I'm gonna tell you, Mike, the marketplaces are just amazing. If you're gonna go to marketplace, I don't care where it is.
Okay.
I mean,
A lot of culture.
Yeah, even in the,
Outdoor markets around the world in general. It's not a
Market-
U.S. thing,
I
but
agree.
I remember one in Thailand. That was like
yeah, night markets are really cool.
outdoor markets are great.
I'm so
Just
sorry.
don't talk so you won't get, so you can keep the discount because they're not gonna know if you're from there or not till you talk.
That's true. Then the price will go up.
The price will go
Mr. Mitra,
The face when you just said it was this. No, no,
All right,
it's this.
all right, let's do
I
this.
was gonna, so since you're talking about markets like that, I have to shout out Seafood City that just opened in Daly City this week. It has been packed. You order some Lonsi log and it'll take you an hour to get it
Ooh.
because they are busy. But if you want all your, specialty foods right now, it has been fixed on St. Francis Square and everyone is very excited.
Order some what?
Especially me.
What?
Filipino food.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right.
Yes, out in
Okay.
Daly City. It was a big
You're good.
deal. It
All
was
right.
the line. So
Well,
specialty markets. They're here, but yes, go.
the soul will
Travel the
probably
world.
you'll probably be there tomorrow. All right, one more. My gosh, you hear this. Apparently Charlemagne the God had an interview on Fox with Laura Trump. And it's hard for me to say the word Laura and then Trump, so anyway. That is the daughter-in-law. I don't know what she is. It's the daughter-in-law. Anyway, and so, Charlemagne, he said, well, Trump ain't doing a good job. That's what he said. No, he's not. Look, I'm just saying, you ask me, I don't think he's doing a great job. Now, he had also said that Biden wasn't
Mm-hmm.
doing a good job.
this just in, the sky is blue also. Water is
So,
wet.
apparently, that and actually, I thought the remarks that, Charlemagne he tries to be neutral. I ain't neutral. I'm like, dude, he's apolitical. He says, not on anybody's part, which is fine. He do what he said. But then apparently Trump did not like it. He was watching and he called Charlemagne the God a racist sleaze bag and a low IQ after the interview. So, you know how that
I
is.
know you are, but what am I? I don't know.
Anytime somebody calls somebody else that, they really just, what they call it? What's the word?
Projecting.
Projecting. So who is the real racist sleaze bag? I mean, you go anyway. All right, I had to throw that in. Charlemagne, good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
That's a compliment coming from him.
I know.
Whatever.
All right, words do matter, and that's the topic for tonight. Words do matter. Words do matter. Today, as our young people left, we gave them what we have been giving them what we call words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. We give a lot. It's wonderful when you can get wisdom at a young age. Wisdom at a young age. I know you can be wise at a young age if you get words of wisdom at a young age. Now, there is a difference. I want to tell you folks, there's a difference between wisdom and game. I said this before. Game can really sound like wisdom, but it's not. But
Say that one more time.
game can really sound like wisdom, but it's not.
Mm.
And if you want the difference between game and wisdom, as we see it, game is to keep you alive in the streets or whatever game is supposed to do. Wisdom is to keep you not getting caught up in the streets in the first place. That's the difference. Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think wisdom game is wisdom. For example, here's a perfect, I use this a lot, perfect game that people think, don't take a knife to a gunfight. Don't take a knife to a gunfight. And for a lot of people, that sounds like it goes beyond wisdom. It goes gossip. It's gospel, man. It's gospel, you know. Okay. So yeah, the problem with that is you got knife, gun, and fight, which means something gonna happen. So wisdom is to keep you from getting in those situations in the first place. So we want to celebrate wisdom tonight, and we're gonna ask our wonderful street soldier listener audience. We're gonna. I like you to know, share SHARE, right? That's where words of wisdom that you got while growing up. There's a lot of ways to put this. Kept you alive and free, kept you in out of harm's way, served you in good stead, or as the old folks used to say, you could take it to the bank. Remember they could say you could take it to the bank. Words of wisdom, and we'll share some of ours. Words of wisdom that you got while growing up that kept you out the mix, right? You know, you got it, you listened. Now, of course, you had to have listened, or later on, say, I got it, but I didn't listen. You know, words of wisdom that was shared with you while you were growing up that kept you alive and free, out the mix. How else can I put it? You could take it to the bank, good as gold, and you want to share them. Because if you can get this stuff early, life is probably going to be pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Of course, you got to listen and apply. 877-955-1061. Did you get from? Usually you get them from older folks, but if you got them from a peer, that's fine. It's got to be wisdom, sharing with us, and it's served you well, and you want to pass it on to somebody else. That's all we do with young people. We try to give them what we call words of wisdom. So we actually, the three of us have, actually you and Anchor around, we have a sort of a standard list, but there are others that we learned, that we heard. And so let's kick it off. It's funny. Malcolm, where you at? Malcolm got one from that's funny, that he got from his grandmother. 877-955-1061. Words of wisdom that you got while you were young and you actually use them and they have served you well, kept you on the straight and narrow, all of those good things. And you can look back and talk to whoever gave them to you. I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I got that. I'm using it. And I tell you something, when you get these words, you pass them on. You pass them on to the next person. Okay. I want the soul to share one that he got from his grandmother about girls when he was a little boy. Oh, yeah. Okay. We should call him back because I want him to say it. All right. You want to start? While we're waiting for the phone calls? Did you get any? We got calls already? Oh, we got calls. Okay. All right. Words of wisdom you got that have served you in good stead. Tell us what they are. Thank you. You're on Street Soldiers. Who are you? And tell us the words you got.
What's happening, man? I'm calling out of Oakland. It's Darren, man, calling from Oakland, California.
Thank you for calling. What you got for us?
Man, what's up? Just checking y'all out. You know, just peep the scenery today. It was kind of like, you know, showing the wisdom side that really never had came from me. It was probably from, you know, just reminiscing on old days with, you know, counterparts and everybody who was like familiar with everything that, you know, was really about wisdom.
Can you share some words you got that you heard from them that you used?
Really just the truth about, you know, just everybody wondering on what's the one thing that's keeping everybody on focus right now. Okay. Like, you know, wise wisdom, which is just the philosophy of wisdom. You know, everybody is to love wisdom. And, you know, just coming from like, you know, teachers who thought that I could never, you know, really do nothing in my life, but just telling them that I appreciate what they was doing for me, talking to me, talks after class, and then just talks after graduation.
So they saw you as somebody that was important and valuable to pour themselves into. That's what it sounds like to me. And you appreciate what they did for you. Is that? Am I saying that correctly?
Man, you was A-okay, man. A-okay.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for listening. Because see, a lot of people don't pay attention to those folks when they hear. And you call them guides that come along, lady. You call them guides that come along in your life. And they're there for a reason. Yeah. They just don't, you know, you got to appreciate them when you get there. 877-955-1061. 1061. Words of wisdom you got that have served you well. Go right ahead. Who we got? Turn down your radio.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Hello?
Hello, you are on. What'd you get?
Hi, my name is Kenosha. I'm from Vallejo.
All
So
right.
my parents always told me not to let nobody ruin my credit. And at 30 years old, I was able to buy my own house.
Ooh, hold on, baby. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'm writing that down. Don't let nobody ruin your credit, and you about to be echoed by the credit master. Go on, Miss Demetra.
I'm not a credit master, but that's wisdom right there.
Yes, they told me you better eat a hot dog, a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You better pay them bills on time, and you'll get your own house. And I've been in my own house since I was 30. I'm 46 years old. With one daughter in college right now, getting ready to graduate from Southern University. So it can be done. Yes, so I'm excited. So yeah, people, do not let nobody ruin your credit. You're gonna ruin it, do it yourself.
And you know what?
Yes.
I bet you what you have told your daughter since the time she could listen to you. Don't let what?
Nobody ruin
Your
that credit,
credit.
but you, if you gonna do it. That's right.
Congratulations. Now, I don't want you to do
So
it
you
because you done
said
built
no.
up too good now.
So you said no to
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yes, I do. And I was a single mom, and I just did it. I listened, and I just been on my credit ever since. I don't play around with that, baby. It takes you a long way, and I'm still using it.
Love it.
It's good as gold. I hope folks is listening.
Yes.
Don't let nobody ruin your credit, which means if you got a spouse that you think, or a man or woman, you think you might have to rethink that relationship because they may be ruining your credit.
Yes. So anybody out there listen, you could do it. Single mama, like I said, my baby getting ready to graduate May 15th at Southern University
All right.
in biology. So I did all that by myself. I had some support, but because my credit was straight, I was able to get my baby still in school. Like I said, a single mama. And I'm proud of my baby. Biology, she's going to be Miss Kalasia Dr. Day.
All
Yep.
right. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm writing it down. Don't let nobody ruin your credit. 877-955-1061. What you got? What you got for us? Words of wisdom that served you well. Go ahead.
What's up, man? It's
What's
the
up?
boy Poop Ray, man.
Oh,
What's up,
man.
Marshall, man?
All right, man.
Shout out to Filmo Mike, man. Shout out to Jack, man. Shout out to all y'all, first of all, man.
Thank you, brother.
And I want to share some words of wisdom, man. Granny always told me, man, you can't tell them all your business because you ain't going to have none for yourself. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I love that.
Because you
It's cool. Man, that's crazy.
Come on,
Tell
man.
them all your business because you ain't going to have
Man.
none left for
Granny's
yourself.
right.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Miss Rosie Lee, man. Miss Rosie Lee, man. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man. That was my shout out though, man, to the Bay, man.
Meeting all these folks on social media who telling all their business.
Man, I ain't gonna say no names about no after. Man, they doing crazy thing. This a new world, man. This Generation X, man. Be careful, but we gonna try to lace them there, remind them of all the greatness. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
You know,
Don't tell them all
Let's
your
do it.
business. You have none left for yourself. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
Poop Ray.
That's great, man. Oh, I love that one. Oh, I'm using that one tomorrow. Don't tell me all your business.
because
You won't have none left for yourself.
yourself.
I still don't understand why people put everything out there. Grandma,
Hey, Dr. Marshall.
what's up?
What's up, man? Stop selling them wolf tickets before somebody cash them in.
I'm telling them wolf tickets. I ain't heard wolf tickets in
In a
years.
long time.
Oh man, that's a good one.
I've sold them.
Man, you know, there was a lot of drama between us kids growing up. A lot of hate
I'm
back and
telling them,
forth.
wolf tickets. What would they call wolf tickets today? I'm trying to think.
Charleston or
Seem like it has a
What would they-
special
Cap,
meaning.
I was
right?
gonna say
yeah,
cap.
Cap probably. I call Cap. They say I call Cap.
You been catfish.
Say I call cap. Is that saying are you lying?
Yeah.
I ain't heard that.
Bro.
Uh-huh.
Roasting cap.
Nah, not roasting. Roast OG, that meant capping, but yeah. But now today the youngsters use it as, or we use it as, we say.
What do you mean we?
I use it, I say.
Okay, you
Call cap. You say I call cap.
You're a youngster.
Make you lying. I'm a millennial, sir. Call it what you want to call it.
The fight too. The whoop tickets used to come out.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad you interpreted because the young people today might not know what wolf tickets are. So
It's cap.
They know what I mean, probably.
well, no, the kids, we just let them know wolf tickets.
Ask them in your next meeting.
They didn't know Malcolm Jamal Warner, so they might not know wolf tickets either. But that's a whole nother story. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love that one. All right, stop selling wolf tickets. What was the rest of it?
Before you have to cash them in.
Before you have to cash them in. All right, 877-955-1061. Before you have to cash them in. Wisdom you got, not game. Wisdom that has served you well, kept you out the mix. You could take it to the bank, good as gold, something you would pass on to somebody else that you cared about. We're looking for that, 877-955-1061. All right, Mr. Mitra, while we wait. Oh, we got a call. Anytime the calls come in, we do them first. Okay, we got a call.
I love the calls are coming in.
Huh? I know, but when they don't, we got a break. So you got to fill in. What you
Me?
got? Yeah, you first.
My words of wisdom.
Well, yeah, yes. Whatever they are that you got when you were young or you got later in life that has served you well.
This is going to be pretty direct.
Be direct.
But this is what my grandmother used to say to my mother, which she in turn said to me. Just shut up. Okay. All right. I got it.
It's true.
Noted.
Just shut up. All right. Yeah, Lord.
I'm pretty direct. But I
Don't-
don't know my mother.
Nobody was listening to that.
Can you turn down the radio, please?
Okay.
When you call, please turn down the radio when you call, when
Okay.
you get on.
Okay. We're going to come back to
Camille,
that.
hello?
Okay, go ahead.
You're on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Words of wisdom you got that have served you well. Hello? You there?
Lose 'em? Hello?
No.
Yeah, we lost them.
We gone? Okay. So the question is, how'd you feel when she told you just shut up? And number two, did you shut up?
Yes, I have learned to shut up. And that just simply meant do what you're supposed to do. Just shut your mouth. Do what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
So I have since I shut my mouth and I do what I'm supposed to do. And people find out when they need to find out. Got me a long way.
It served you well.
Taught me how to listen well too.
Yeah.
Because I
It served you well.
Yeah. Served me
Just
really
shut up.
well. Just shut up.
Were
But
you-
no, you got to put like the emphasis on it.
I understand.
Just shut up.
I got old folks in my family. Just shut the. Sometimes they say the hell. The shut up. The hell up.
Hello, you on the air? Can you
Okay,
please
you're on.
turn down the radio, please? Thank you.
Hi, you're on.
My grandmother had told me that life insurance is for life and final expenses is for death. You could use your life insurance to cash in, use it as leverage and all kind of great things. So people get your life in order.
So
That's all I gotta say.
she gave you the
Life
she-
insurance.
She gave you the 411 about life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you follow? Did you follow it? Did you use it, or did you just hear it? Which one?
Now I'm a life and health agent. I have lines of authority, and you know, it's a trip. A lot of people don't know that still to this day, and we have so many GoFundMe's and so many things that we shouldn't even have to do because we bury our own. We do our own thing, and you know, Rockefeller and them, they did, you know, a lot of things in business and financial. It's a lot of financial literacy and illiterate people out there. So we need to know financial literacy in general.
You're absolutely right.
And that go hand in hand.
You know, you make so much sense with all these GoFundMe pages. Had they done financial literacy, life insurance, or any savings, and you know, they wouldn't have had to be in this position, right? So
Right, and we can be our own bank, you know. It's a lot, you know, the banks secure their money in insurance. Why not secure yours? You know? Simple as that, and it gains more interest. Get your IULs and all of that.
All right, now you've been teaching all these kids. Now you don't want. I'm trying to get Demetra to give you some love because that's what she does.
No, I'm letting her talk because what she's saying is real.
Well, then that's what I want you to tell her.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry.
We need this trust. We need to secure ourselves. You know, other people do it. Why not?
And stop being afraid. So many of us are afraid to do
Yeah.
that. It's not like you work hard for your stuff while you living. Be able to tell if you get a trust, you could tell people what you want to do with your stuff. That's all that is.
Exactly. Your words gonna speak after your life is
Yeah.
gone.
Your words will
Too
speak
much.
after you are gone.
If you get a trust, you can tell
It's
people.
beyond life, you guys.
Yes.
Sure.
We understand. We've been listening. We've been listening to you, and we've been listening to Mr. Demetra. Plus, we done had some bad experiences, so we had to learn the hard way. Thank
And I
you
love you guys. Thank you.
so much. Love you. All right. 877-955-1061. Words of wisdom that you got when you were young that has served you well. Okay. Well, as soon as we get a call, we'll jump on it. And in the meantime, lady, it's your turn to share your words of wisdom that you got. Yes.
Oh, well,
Okay, get you close to the mic.
Well,
you know.
what you give is what you get.
Mm,
If you give out rags, you get rags back.
mm, 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 mm. Now, you know, you got to
Well, that-
expound on that.
But that's pretty much, isn't
know.
that kind of self-explanatory?
Well,
What
yeah, but
you
we
give
still
is
like
what you
that.
What you give is
still
what
like
you
to
get,
give.
right? If you give out rags,
Okay. Yeah.
that's what's coming back.
And how has that served you? You know.
I pay attention. Absolutely. No, it serves me very well
All right.
because I
That
don't
served
give
you
out
well.
anything that I don't want for myself.
Ooh, that's it. That's
So,
it.
and
That's
I've
it.
got high standards. So, yes.
That's what's up.
All right. All right. All right. All right, caller, you're on Street Soldiers. Words of wisdom that you got.
Hey, how you guys doing today, Street Soldiers?
How
Thanks
you
for having
doing,
me
brother?
on. Can
Thank
you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much for
hey.
calling.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So my name is Callie. I'm from Oakland, and some words of wisdom I received from just elderly people. Period was respect your elders because one day you will be one, and you will hope to be one.
One day you will be one.
You keep on living.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
So,
That's for sure.
see, it's one thing to get the words, it's another one to use the words. Did you use what you were told in this? It's about this respecting your elders.
Absolutely. Like when I come across elderly people and sit down and have talks with them, like one memory I have, I was getting my oil changed, and there was an elderly lady in there. She was a Christian lady, and she was just pouring into me. And that's really what's missing from our community. We don't really have those elders. Like, you know, growing up in East Oakland, we had a grandmother that lived in the neighborhood. She would sit in the window or sit outside in the yard while her children are playing and tell them, don't do this and don't do that. And they would listen. So I always listened and respected the elders. Absolutely. But we don't have those Southern elders anymore like we used to, because, you know, we had a great migration from the South where a lot of Black people relocated from the South. Like my family came from Louisiana, and they came to California to seek better jobs and better quality of life, you know, better quality lives. But unfortunately, you know, it's not a lot of youngsters who respect their elders anymore. And it would be amazing to get back to that.
It would be. And I actually think that we in what we call, I'm calling recovery, you know, from that whole crack thing that tore down a lot of that. They you know, they just need to hear this stuff over and over and over again, even when they don't want to hear it, because you don't want to hear it anyway. When you hear it, you don't want to hear it a lot of times, right? You know, and be non-negotiable about it, because they say a society is what a judge by or reflection of the way it treats its elders, its children, and its women, right? And so you hit the elders thing. That's a big deal. And you know, in traditional societies, elders are revered because of the knowledge and wisdom that they have. So thank you for listening, man, and thank you for doing it. I really appreciate that. All right, 877-955. I love these. I'm writing them down. Thank you. Wisdom, not game, that you got when you were growing up that have served you in good stead? Go right ahead. You're on Street Soldiers.
Mom.
Hope it wasn't alarming you.
Y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
Now we can. Oh.
Okay. Hey, my name's Ty. I'm from Oakland. Some wisdom my mom always gave me because she said I had a smart mouth. She said, "Don't like checks your behind can't cash. Don't do it.
That's similar to the wolf ticket.
Don't do it with your smart mouth."
I can't cash. Can't cash. Right. Yeah.
Can't cash.
Yeah.
And I learned. I talked a little bit, got a little bit of busted lips every now and then, but I learned.
Make that
I
payment.
learned within my day.
Oh Lord, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love all of these. All right, we rolling. Keep it going. You know, Street Soldiers, words of wisdom. Words of wisdom that you got. That served you well. Go right ahead. Yes, yes, yes.
You're on air. Hello.
You're on air, but you listen. You gotta turn your mic. Your mic. Turn your radio down off. Can you hear me? You good?
Hello?
Yes, we got
Hi.
you. Too. That's all right. Give me the.
I wanted to share my piece of wisdom that I got that I use with my kids quite frequently, and it's every time you point a finger at someone, there's three fingers pointing back at you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
true. That's true. That's true. That's
I know that one.
That's true. So what do you take that to mean, and what do the kids understand that? Do they get it? I'm just curious.
My kids are 9, and then I have 2 7-year-olds. So there's a lot of fighting that happens in our household,
Right.
and they're constantly telling on each other, ratting each other out for stuff. And I just try to remind them, every time you point a finger at your brother or your sister, think about the things that you're doing,
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's like they stole my Nintendo or they took my tablet, and it's like, well, what did you do before that?
Yeah.
Love that.
It
Well, you got some
gives
wisdom
them
for
a
parent.
little bit of like self-reflecting,
Yeah.
If you can get a 9 and a 7-year-old to self-reflect, you something. Go right ahead. Oh, you plant that
Hi.
early.
These 7-year-olds, they're boys. I'm trying to raise good men. This is going to be my contribution to the world.
I love
Love
that.
it.
I love that. That's really cool. Wow. So we're going to be around for a while. When they get to be 16, 17, call back and tell us how it went. Thank you. All right. You're on Street Soldiers. Words of wisdom you got that have served you well. Go right ahead. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, y'all got to speak up when you hear, but they
Dr.
they
Marshall,
listen to the radio.
Mine wasn't always words too. Like it was like, Demetra, before you go to bed, dishes need to be done, this need to be done, da da. And so I tried to sneak and I do stuff. And I get someone to come wake me up at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
The dishes aren't done. Go get them done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily words, but it was
Those were commands. Those were orders.
orders, and
Direct.
it came in a way like now I appreciate that
Yeah.
happened. So kind of the same thing that wisdom gives you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
those-
early wake up.
Yeah,
call.
and then wake up.
call.
When I left to go to college, my daddy gave me, you've heard me say this before, my daddy gave me one. He looked at me across the table as an older child going to college. He just said, don't bring no babies home,
Mm.
right? I didn't bring no babies home.
No babies.
None. Okay. I was fully married before I had a child. All right. I didn't bring no babies home. All right. What you got? You're on Street Soldiers, 877-955-1061. We got one. They waiting. They waiting. They waiting. Speak. You're
Hello,
on.
You're on air.
Turn down that radio and tell us the words of wisdom.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, you are on. Thank you.
Oh, I'm here. I'm on.
You're
There you
on.
go.
You're on.
Go ahead,
Go
boss.
right
All right. So this is my first time ever being on any radio thing. What is the object of the words of wisdom thing? Like, what do I say? I just spread wisdom?
Well,
Like a quote?
well, wisdom is most people give out wisdom because it is wisdom. It's just to keep you on the straight and narrow, to keep you out of trouble. You know, I mean, it could be as little as your parents tell me, everybody ain't gonna be your friend. That's things you get when you're young or older that have kept you from getting caught up. that you would pass on to somebody else. That's wisdom, right? And,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So look, I just want to say this one thing. Life isn't about losses or winnings. It's about learning. Life is always about lessons. And if you don't go or live by that, you're never going to learn and you're never going to know yourself.
That's a good one. Thank you.
Super good.
Definitely. Well, you pick up that quick.
Hello?
Great student, you are on. Street Soldiers.
Okay, here's one. Stop. There's one. Don't burn bridges because you'll never know when you'll need them again.
But that's not that goal. Now that look, man, you look.
Yep.
Look, say that one
No
more
problem.
time to like 99% of people listening. One more time.
Everybody, what you mean?
Do not burn down bridges
That's right.
because you'll never know when you'll need them again.
Thank you, sir.
Man, that's so good. That's so
Okay.
good because young people are always burning down their bridges and they coming back because
Yep.
it's too late. You can't get back across that bridge.
Yep.
All right. Keep going. These are great. What you got for us?
Hello?
Yes, you are on Street Soldiers. Words of wisdom.
Oh,
you
man.
got. You got it.
Words of wisdom. I always say, love yours while they're around. Dude,
Yeah.
every day is not promised. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta definitely show your respect and show your love while you here, because you could be going at any day at any point in time.
You think people really get that? Because if you got it, I'm sure people would really act differently toward the people they do love. Every day is not promised. You got a lot, but I don't think people really, really, really take that serious.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Thank you. Whew, I can't write that fast. Okay. One more.
You're on air. Turn down your radio.
Don't burn.
Turn down your radio.
Did.
Okay, words of wisdom you got that have served you well that you would pass on to others.
Okay, hi you guys. I'm Cherie.
Thank you.
I'm from Oakland, but I live in Modesto now, so
All right.
I
all
still
right.
stay plugged in with you guys. So something that my family taught me was to treat people the way you wanted to be treated.
You know,
That has held very strong in my book. I taught my son the same thing. He's 23. He has more compassion for people than I do. But
that's funny.
but it's
not
nice
funny.
to see because he has to put me back in check sometimes.
Mm.
Mom, calm down. It's not that serious, you know.
That's great. That's great. He listened to you. He listened to you.
I was a single mom too,
You know, what's that
and
say?
he's done well. So I
That's good.
appreciate that, and I
That's good.
appreciate you guys.
Oh, thank you
It
so
keeps
much.
me connected to the Bay Area.
Thank you
So
so
thank you
much.
for all that you do,
Hey, we're just trying to keep everybody alive and free and out of the
and
madness.
you're doing it well.
Thank you. Oh, this is
That's
great.
yeah.
All right. Got another one? We're gonna take it. All right, we got it. I ain't gonna give you a chance to get mine, but keep going. Go right ahead. Words of wisdom that has served you well that you would pass on to somebody else. You're on.
I would have to say you have one mouth and two ears for a reason. Talk less and listen more.
Man, that's true. You have one mouth and two ears. With all this wisdom, how come we just didn't listen? You're right. I remember that one explicitly. My mama told me that. Boy, you got one mouth, two ears. Ooh.
I can honestly say from my parents telling me that I'm still grown. I'm only 33
Mm.
and living in Richmond. I would definitely have to say I'm happy I talked less and listened more. I was able to pick up a lot more.
Two ears for a reason.
My elders,
Yeah.
no matter what
Yeah.
may be going on, just respect them. Even if I think they wrong, think it in my head and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Get in your head.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of these, folks. I mean, thank you. These have been just marvelous. Here's the thing about wisdom. You can always get new sayings that help. And, we've developed a bunch of them over the years that we give to our young people. And we have our favorites. You heard the young people today say they have their favorites. And as they go off into life far as I'm concerned, tender age of 18, 19, 20, 21. These will serve them well. I know for me, the one I like a lot, and it's not the one you guys would expect, is good advice and bad example cause confusion.
I love that one.
I love that, man. I just, because I got to do that. I have to live that way. I have to, you can't be a hypocrite. I can't do that, So I can't give you advice about not doing this, not doing that, and then do the same thing and expect you not to be confused. Because if the person was, really wanting to ask me, then why are you doing it? So that one, take folks, use it. Barry White would have said, practice what you preach. Good advice, bad example. Do not confuse anybody. Don't be telling them one thing. I had a young man who was selling dope, and he was talking to his nephew, and he says, nephew, I don't want you to do that. Nephew didn't even hear what he said. All he looked at was the money, because he was giving good advice, but a horrible example. You got one you want to throw out? We got a couple minutes here that we've learned, that we've drawn on. You can go to the new ones, go to the old ones. So put them out there.
So my mother used to come up with pithy little statements just to keep us in check. She would come up with all kind of things, but they were powerful. And one of the things she told me when I was dealing with a bunch of kids that were harassing me, she said, when you get tired,
wow,
you'll stop it.
That's a good one. Simple but loud.
Go home and talk about it. And she says, when you get tired, you'll stop it. And then she'll say, you're right, you're not tired enough.
And that could be applied to a lot of things.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly right.
Right.
You go
You'll
stop
stop it, right?
Yeah.
You'll stop it.
You're tired of not getting any money. You'll fix that.
You're tired of doing it.
Dealing with that man, you go.
That's right. Trust me, Ashley has it served me. Yes, sir.
When you get tired of going to jail,
you gonna stop.
You gonna stop.
Right.
You must not be. I tell brothers, man, you must not be tired. Well, I'm telling you.
So
you
what's the
ain't tired
question
enough.
you ask yourself? Am I tired enough yet? Yes.
Oh Lord, they say I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah, do something. Do something. I love that. When you get tired, all right. And you got one in the last few seconds we got before we hit the end of this hour.
Sometimes when I get like stressed out or something, like I would like talk to my mom, and my mom would always share. She would say, it's manageable. And for me, that was always really important to hear and to know and to understand. And it's kind of like sometimes, what is it, like the peaks and the valleys, the ups and the downs, and it's like, no, it's gonna be okay. I think that's just really what it was. It was just that peace of mind, but I needed it like in a phrase. You're talking about something like you're going through something, I don't know, it could be anything,
Yeah, you're
like,
right. It is
like
manageable.
school, college, and then life, and then but it's but she's always very like serious in a way, just like, and so she's like, it's manageable. Like, oh, thank God.
Because it's true.
Because it is true.
And sometimes you need to hear that.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that's it, for me, it's such a nice way to be able to breathe again, I guess.
All right, everybody. Thank you for all your calls. All this wisdom is out there. None of it was gained, poured into the people that you love. Hell, poured into the people that you don't love. Because they need it too. All right, into this first hour. We're gonna go into the second hour. We got an interview with a young person, right?
Yes, with one of our
talk
newest
about-
collegians. Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll be back. Tell them where and we'll come right back.
You can keep up with us when you head on over to YouTube's live. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. YouTube, and it's live right now. Stay alive and free. You can always take us on the go when you head on over to our website, stayaliveandfree.org. We have all kinds of good stuff up there. So go ahead and give us a follow.
So so there's like boys and girls club everywhere, right? And so when they get to high school, I think up to freshman to senior, but typically it's juniors and seniors that compete. They pick from each boys and girls club, they nominate one senior, right? And so then, so for San Francisco, like every Tuesday when I was late and stuff, it was because we had San Francisco Youth of the Year. So they nominate you based off of like how much you follow the Boys and Girls Club like values, meaning like leadership, like academic integrity, like healthy lifestyle, like just things of that nature. And so we're all club kids. So then we like went through this like process and like preparation of like we had meetings every single Tuesday from 5 to 8, and then we were just like working on like speeches and stuff like that and interview prep. Then the day that you guys gave out the iPads, like January 28th maybe or something, we had like selection committee, meaning we gave our speech and then we got interviewed. And then the week after that, on Thursday, I think it was February 8th or 6th, something like that. We did it at one of the hotels. I think it was like Regent's Hotel, and it was like a whole like gala, and then we all presented our speech, and then they named me the citywide youth of the year. And so upon being named youth of the year, you get $5,000, and then since I advanced to citywide youth of the year, that means I got an additional $5,000 as like a scholarship. And then so then after citywide youth of the year, then there was NorCal. So all the people from Northern California. So like now I'm like San Francisco youth of the year, and so then and then after that there's like what's it called? There's like Oakland youth of the year, like Fresno youth of the year, Stockton, like all like the like people like from NorCal, like he had people from like Lake Tahoe. We all came down on Friday in Napa, and we all like competed from NorCal. And like 3 of us advanced. So like I was one of the ones that advanced from NorCal. So I think that was like 1,500. And then in a couple months, I don't know if you know, or not a couple months, in a couple of weeks, like April 8th and 9th, I don't know if you know what Days of Advocacy is, but it's this event going on in Sacramento, and it's just like ways that like youth can like get involved. Typically we have like, I think like a Congress member, like Senate, we have like, it's like all about like politics and like ways that like the youth can like have their voices heard. And during that, we're gonna have the state youth year competition. So there's 3 of us from NorCal, and I assume around like 3 to 6 from SoCal will come, and then we'll compete for who's like the state youth of the year. But yeah, that's like the premise of it.
You know who my money's on.
I appreciate that.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
you.
so cool. I mean, like I know you were involved, but I didn't know you were doing all of this stuff. So yeah, that's very cool.
Thank you.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be picked like a city youth of the year?
I mean, honestly, like it was really cool because it was just like my Tuesdays were like so busy. It would be like I would like I would have to like go really early to like Fillmore, and then like I'd have to leave late and then show up. No, I'd have to leave early from Fillmore, and I have to like come early like because we had everything at Don Fisher, and then I would show up to like Alive and Free and stuff. And it would be like so like it was like really stressful to like balance it all because it was like I was trying to like do both programs, but it's really hard to do 2 things at once. But once I got picked, I was like, okay, like it all like paid off kind of thing. And the more I continued, I was like, wow, like I don't know. It was like it's really cool to like be able to like represent your community, and it's like honestly like it's like really like I don't know. I'm trying to find the words to like represent it, but it's really cool because like I can come back to like my voice, like my local Boys and Girls Club, and it's like you can be an example, and it's honestly like it's like I'm getting like a scholarship or like award for like doing what I love, and it's like I get to like hang out with my community, like hang out with like little kids at my work, and it's like I get rewarded for it, so I think it's like just really cool. But
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and it's rewarding like healthy behavior. I really like that. Because it's being acknowledged, right? And it's not always celebrated. And it reminds me of like what Dr. Marshall says when he's like, how does it go? Like some kids feel bad being good, and so they want to, and so when
like there's like the 3 types of people. Some people feel bad for being good. Some people are proud to be good, and some people just like don't know, like they're just indifferent. I don't know if that third one's right, but yeah.
So, but it's nice to have these like examples, and you're a role model. You're Miss San Francisco, basically. So, like being good is good and being smart is good and you're brilliant, but
Thank you.
so tell me, I guess, about so you got a scholarship and that's because you're going to college and you've been coming to Alive and Free. So I want to know like what's like the impact Alive and Free has had on you in your life. And I think like I think culturally you're very interesting as well because I don't remember exactly where your family's from. Tell me again.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Okay. So like, and you understand like what that means, you know what I mean? And you talk about those like dynamics in the classroom about like what it means when you're like sharing that. So to me, that's very interesting. And then yeah, and how like education's always kind of been pushed, right? And then is your friend there listening right now?
No, 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 no. This
Okay, I was
is
like, is Noelle there?
no. Honestly, I think that Alive and Free is really interesting because we've had like there are a lot of talks that like you can't necessarily have in like school or like other organizations because like there's such like obviously like strict rules on like what you can talk about kids with. So like it's really hard to have conversations about like domestic abuse or like mental health and things like that. And it's also something that I really appreciate about Live and Free is that like it's so much more productive because we are all here by choice. So when you're trying to teach people who aren't like receptive, it's like very difficult. But I think that the main impact that like Alive and Free like has on me is that like I constantly like like Mrs. Stell and Dr. Marshall, they always say like if it's not in you, it's like nothing. Like if you don't really know it, like it's nothing. And obviously like I'm sure that I'll have like more to know and like when I continue what's it called? College prep, like I'll learn more. But genuinely like from the very beginning, like I'll always like reiterate or like regurgitate things that I learned. Like the amount of times like I'll be talking to my mom and I'll be like, "You're only one bad decision away." Or I just think about these things like all the time. Like the coachisms have really like stuck with me. And so are like for the rules for living and things like that. Like it just like really like impacted me. I think that it was like the first time I really felt like kind of like a sense of like community in the sense that like they were all like-minded teens who like I mean obviously I think it got a lot more diverse like this year, but last year was like it was really cool to see like a bunch of like motivated black teens who were like academically like pursuing great things. And it's like the media like would never cover this. They don't like show how much people like actually care and like present like good things. So I was like, wow. I think that Alive and Free, like if I had to like if I had to pick like specific impacts, I would say like it impacted the way I thought about myself and my community. I think that it's something that like really shows you like what you're capable of and helps you like something that I really like about it is that it's kind of like for the people like by the people. It's not people coming in saying like let me save you, like let me give you the money. It's like no, you have opportunity, work for it. And it pushes you past like what you think you're capable of and like what you can see for yourself. And then as for like my demographic, I think that it's really interesting, but also it can be confusing because obviously like the way I was raised, I was always like really, really proud to be like black and like African. But when I step in a room, nobody can see that. And I get associated like I'm associated with and like everybody's like view of like African American history and culture. And while it might not be my culture, like it impacts me on the daily basis just because I'm a black person living in America. And if you are black, like regardless of where you're from ethnically or like your socioeconomic status, you will always be looked at the same just from like I guess a cultural like lived experience. So I think that Alive and Free kind of like helps me like more deeply understand the nuances of that and just like appreciate the differences because I think that obviously like I might not share like the same culture like when there's like cultural references, but I also can completely like I don't know, I like appreciate the differences and it helps me see that like regardless of where you're from, like it shows you the rules for or like not the rules for living, but the symptoms and the commitments of violence, they're universal, and I can recognize them in my own culture. I can recognize them in different places, and it doesn't have it doesn't have to necessarily be for gangs, because those things can be like translated in an academic world, in a corporate world. You can be really scared of your boss. Like it can be a fearship versus friendship. Like there are so many ways to interpret that. So I think that it's really cool to like, for me to like take what I've learned like and put it into my context and my lived experience.
I love that you're like so able to articulate all of that. It's always so like, I don't know, refreshing, impressive. I love when you share your brilliance, right? Your insight is just impeccable. And I love that you speak using your voice, you know? I don't feel like you ever try to like cater your answers or thoughts to what you think what we might want to hear or something. So thank you for that. And thank you for knowing and understanding all the pieces of the prescription, because you just labeled a whole bunch of them and Dr. Marshall would be so impressed. He'd be like, yeah, Elda. Oh, well, I mean, it takes people, it takes people years sometimes to like want to kind of learn it, embrace it, understand it. And so to me, especially with you like being here for now, is this your second year or is it your third year?
It's like technically my second year, but I think last year I started January and then I finished it throughout June. And then this year I came like back. So I think it's my calendar year, and like I've been about maybe like it's my like second Alive and Free year.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good because it's like, especially with your schedule that's so crazy, it's like you almost need to start the program earlier versus
Yeah.
cramming it all into your senior year because you have, you got a life and things to do and you want to be Miss City, so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. And I'm happy that you're able to yeah, it's like tools. It's tools that apply to different things. You don't have to be, some bad kid who's dealing with drugs, in order for this type of information to apply. Although maybe that's sort of how it like began. And that's where like Dr. Marshall and Miss Estelle are like geniuses,
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I honestly think that it's really cool to see how like Alive and Free is honestly so preventative. Like I think that it's important. It's kind of like the same thing with like financial literacy. Like you might need it if you're in debt, but if you learn it before, it helps you like stay out of debt. So obviously you might need it if you're going down a bad path, but if you're on a good path, it kind of cements that, and it like helps. There's a question I get a lot like going through like youth leader interviews, and it's like what like how do you say no, or how do you handle a difficult situation? And a lot of that comes from Alive and Free, because my answer to that question is because I genuinely believe the things that I don't do, it's because I think they're wrong. If I'm not drinking or if I'm not smoking, it's not because my mom would be mad at me. It's not because like I wouldn't be getting the money you're trying to give me. It's because I genuinely believe they're wrong. And I think that Alive and Free has like helped me like cement like my morals and my values. So regardless of like where you are at, like on the spectrum of like falling into a bad path or like continuing on a good path, like it can like just like it like course corrects you, or if you're already on the right course, it like just like like makes you stay there, which I think is so important. And it's just so like it's so universal. Like you can genuinely like you can take some of the like tools that you learn and like the prescription and apply it to corporate America, or apply it to whatever field you're living in, because there's always going to be infected people everywhere in every field, and you might not see it. It could be somebody always asking you to get a drink after work and like pushing it, or after a bad day they're getting a drink, like you can see their crush, and like they're like, oh, it's just one drink, it's just one drink. Like people are infected everywhere, and there are ways where people like you might not see it and you might not recognize them as germs, but I think if you know the germs, you can apply it to everywhere, even if it's more like culturally accepted or universal kind of thing.
That's awesome. I just love it, Elda. Good. You just keep doing that and keep up with your good habits. And we're gonna have to credit your parents for this too,
Yeah, definitely.
Um, but feeling it and believing it helps too. Yeah. And I think another like interesting thing about the club is that it puts you in contact with like other young people who are on a similar journey, right? And you want to be around good people. And sometimes when you're in school, it's hard to find that. You have like other dynamics going on. So when you have like this, I don't know, cohort in a way, family, and you're all learning together, and talking about it, discussing, analyzing, it's nice. It feels good, when you
Yeah.
find like-minded people.
Definitely. I also think that it's important. It's like not only like, do they want to be here, I think that just the nature of the class, it kind of helps people bond because we're talking about such vulnerable things. We're talking about family dynamics, experiences with abuse, domestic violence, gang violence, just like such like emotional things. And the class kind of expects, and if you're not there yet, kind of pushes you out your comfort zone and able to articulate your thoughts, like however traumatic to like whatever level or degree you feel comfortable with, which I think that like if you have people who are like all kind of like coming out their comfort zone and like all being vulnerable, it just like fosters like a really like strong like tight knit community. Even if not every person's your friend, like you can find one or two people who you like eventually like end up connecting with, which I think is really cool.
Right. Right. I could talk to you for hours. I was smiling because I was just like, I had,
Yeah.
it's amazing. And
Yeah.
then you brought Treese with you, like I'm sure you invited lots of people, but
Oh
like,
yeah, and Ivana. I don't know if how much she's been coming, but Ivana too.
oh, okay. No, she hasn't been coming a lot, but we see her every so often.
Yeah. I'll push it more on her like senior year. 'Cause I think she's really wrapped up right now with a couple. She has a job.
Oh, okay. She's a junior then.
Yeah. She still has one more year.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know. Now, what school do you go to again?
Lowell.
Oh, you're a Lowell kid. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness. Okay, I totally like forgot. Sometimes it all blurs. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's
So
okay.
you, Treese, and then Ivania.
Ivana, yeah, we all
Ivana.
go to Lowell.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
good. No, that's that positive impact, like
Mhm.
it just, yeah. Did you know Gabby and
Yeah, Gabby
Ariana?
and Ari.
Okay, yeah. Oh, small world.
Yeah, we're all in the BSU.
Oh, good. And then what's the title again of the thing you won this at citywide?
Okay.
Just so I
So
get it right. I have to
yeah.
write it down because my brain is
Okay. So the way it works is that like I am citywide youth of the year, but currently I'm a NorCal finalist, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you're citywide youth of the year.
Yeah, like I'm San Francisco citywide
Okay,
youth of the
that's
year.
one. And
And
then
I'm a NorCal finalist.
and now you're a NorCal
Cal finalist. So that means I'm proceeding to state.
finalist. You're headed to state.
Yeah. Does that make sense? It's like it's
Yes.
kind of like you're in the Warriors and like you're going to like the finals. Like you I'm on like citywide's my team and like NorCal's where I'm going. Like NorCal's what I want and state's where I'm going.
Okay.
If that makes sense, yeah.
But I think you said there's citywide like Stockton.
Yeah. Like there's
Okay.
all citywide. So like everybody who won citywide like won something. Like you all start like technically if you are even recognized, like technically the first thing I was the Willie Mays Youth of the Year. So
Okay.
by being like
That's one, and then
yeah.
two.
And
Okay.
then now is city. Then that was 2. 3 is state. No, 3 is NorCal. And then now I'm on step 4, which is state.
Okay. That's when I'm state. Going to state. All right. I'll get you a crown, Cool. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, I just had to like understand. So, but yeah, I was like following the Boys and Girls Club Instagram, and then they had this big gala, and like you were there or something, and so
Yeah. That was the citywide thing.
that was
Yeah.
that was cool. That was really cool. All right. So what are you gonna? So you've been working hard for scholarship money. Where are you going? What are you gonna study? What are you gonna do? What's the dream?
Okay, so I'm going to Boston University. I am majoring in biology, specialization in behavioral biology, and I'm on a pre-med track. So the end goal is to become a psychiatrist.
Very cool. Okay, because you want to help, you want to understand people, you want to figure them out.
Honestly, I think that it's just like, I don't know. I think that it's really important to be heard and seen. And I think that in the meta, I think that representation is so important. I think that I don't quote me on this, but I think that like Black people make up like 2% of doctors, and I think that it's to get care, like proper care, it's really important. I think that mental health is something so stigmatized, and I don't know if you remember, but the episode that I went on for the radio was about mental health, and we were talking about how just because like African Americans and just people of color in general, like they have like generational trauma, it's harder and harder for them to talk about it, and I think that it's just so helpful to have people who have like come from that same lived experience and like can understand you and can see your perspective to like help you. And I think that it's just something like I don't know. I feel like we have a lot of cancer research and we have all these like cutting edge things and like they're so important. But I don't know. I feel like I like to focus on things that maybe aren't as like talked about, which I think like psychiatry and like the actual helping part of mental health isn't as talked about versus like just like the hashtag mental health because like obviously it's important.
Dr. Elda, I love it. Yes. No, and you're right. And those numbers are real and it's depressing, because yeah, just when you hear the stories of how Black people are treated, just like they think that Black people have different levels of pain and that it can be tolerated more. And it's like, no.
Exactly.
So just bizarre ways of thinking. And so to be able to trust and understand, as a person and to be treated as a person, and then understood culturally, those kinds of things is very important. So it's a very noble reason why to do it. And I know you're going to be successful. So just keep going. And you can wear all kinds of hats, So yeah, it's just I don't know, just always keep learning, is definitely what I think. I love it. I love it. Elda, you're going to be amazing. I can't wait. And then why Boston? That's where you know what? My friend who became like a nurse practitioner, she went to Boston. You're going to a good school then.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, honestly, it was kind of like, okay, so going into college, again, I go to Lowell, so it's like really like shoved down your throat competitive. But I was trying my best to not go into it with like a dream school, just like a couple top schools, right? So BU was in my top 3, like Boston University. U Virginia was interesting to me, like Howard, I think UCLA and Tulane. They were all really good schools. And then what's it called? BU. The thing about like BU that like initially attracted me to even put it in my top 3 was just like how the majors are. They have a lot of majors that combine like social sciences and then science. So like they had philosophy and neuroscience like together as like one major, and they have like biology specialization in behavioral biology, just because I think that number one on a pre-med track it's kind of easier to like already have science like ingrained in it, but also psychology that I'm really interested in, but I also love chemistry and like biology, so it's like having like chemistry like for the brain and biology like and it's like specialized on behavior I think is really important, and it's a really interesting way that like the classes like overline. And also they have like CS, but like it's computer science, but it's like it relates to like behavior, which I think is so important. And I think that there's so much nuance where people like don't even realize. Like for example, there was I don't know what it's called, but do you know that health machine that like it's like you put it on your like finger and it like monitors your pulse and stuff?
Yeah, like an oscillator or something, or like a oxygen. Yeah.
Did you know that when they first started doing it, like there's so many Black people who died from it because in the testing phase they only used people with like lighter skin tones, so they couldn't even they couldn't detect it on Black skin, and they didn't realize that because in the testing phase it was what's it called, in the testing phase they didn't use Black people, so then when they put the product out, Black people died. Same thing with like Face ID. Like sometimes it's harder because they don't test it on people like us, and there's so many ways where just like inherently like just behavioral bias, and like even like when AI is being trained, like sometimes it shows behavioral bias just because of like the people who are doing it are all of like one background or 2 backgrounds, and like that's why I think representation is so important, which is why I really like the nuance they had, and like why I like BU, because they have really good like nuanced majors where they relate to different topics that you wouldn't like immediately go to. And then so then with that, like I applied to all the UCs, and then all of a sudden, like I'm in a program called College Track, and College Track nominated me for this thing called Posse, and I had no idea what it was. So I was just like, okay, like whatever. And like I just like interviewed, and like the first interview was like a group interview with like 80 people. So I didn't really know I was getting it. I was just like kind of going with the flow. And Posse was this organization that sends it's a leadership merit scholarship that sends 10 kids to like their partner schools. Like they have so many partner schools, but for the Bay Area, their partner schools are Lehigh, St. Olaf University, University of Puget Sound, and then BU, right? And they send like 10 kids together that they think are leaders to like help you so you're not like alone when they send you far away. And then I kept on interviewing, and then eventually like I reached like the third interview, or like the third was our final one. And then I like interviewed for it, and they were like, okay, like they like called me and they're like, okay, like they called me that same day, and they were like, hey, like we're here to offer you a position at Boston University, and it's like a full tuition scholarship. And that's something that I was like really big on because I didn't want to go into debt. Like I didn't want to start my like life like my adult life like in debt, because like you're gonna die with like it's so hard to get student like debt like forgiven, and like you can die with it. Like you can spend so much money on a credit card. I could like fail at a business, be $2 million in debt, get a bankruptcy, and everything would be forgiven besides my student loans, which I think is insane. And I don't come from money, so I didn't want to start my adult life in the negatives. And so when I got a full tuition scholarship, I was like, oh wow, like that's crazy. And it was already on my top 3, so I was like, why would I say no? So it was just a great opportunity and great timing.
Good, Alda. Good. What is it called again? How do you spell it? Posse?
Posse, Posse.
Posse?
Yeah, Posse.
Okay. That's how I spelled it. I was just like, wasn't sure. My friend, see, the same one, my friend's daughter had that opportunity and she didn't want to do it. And I'm like,
Oh.
what? So, but the fact that people are helping you to, do that, I if I knew about it, I would have told you. I have no idea,
Oh, also, I can, if you, what's it called? If there are organizations that can reach out, like you can reach out to Posse, and then you can give them names to nominate seniors next year if you want. And then also like I also have a portal, so if you want to like send me like 1 or 2 like promising seniors, then I can also nominate them on my end or whatever. But they ask for organizations like Posse, College Track, like counselors to like nominate kids who they think are good leaders, because the way it goes, it's leadership merit. But the thing about Posse is they like diversity and representation, meaning it's financially blind, but they also look at other things. Like they look at if you take care of your parents, or you, what's it called, you have a job. They view that as leadership. They don't view, it's not like just grades, because they realize that there's so much more besides that, and they have like a more nuanced view on like what makes somebody like a good leader, and how they define merit. If that makes sense.
You are definitely a stellar leader. I love it. It's just so like, I don't know. It's like, okay, we can trust the future, like we're in good hands,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And thank you for that opportunity, because, we try to give you guys as much as we can, but we don't know everything either,
Of course,
So I was like, when I learned about it, I'm like, how do we get on that? And College Track is so good, like they're really good. So it's fantastic that you got involved with them and were able to go to college for free.
I mean, honestly, I think the difference between Alive and Free than like some of my other programs is that like it it kind of like got into my life. Like I don't know how like else to explain it, but some of my other programs, they're really cool and they help me with like my math, but it's not like it helps me like on my day-to-day decision making. Like sometimes I'll be like about to do something, or somebody saying something, I'm like, that saying like you're only one bad decision away like has really stuck with me. So I'm like, dang, like this could mess up my whole life, like in a second. Or like I'm trying to think of, like circumstances don't dictate my behavior or things like that. Just like, yeah, like it does. Or sometimes I'll be scrolling, I'll be like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and then I'll literally hear like in the back of my head, it's like, oh, what you spend your time doing is what you get good at. I'm like, dang, like what am I doing right now? It's like it genuinely like sticks with me like every single day, and it's like I can't take it off. Sometimes it's like when I'm at College Track, I'm a College Track scholar. When I'm at school, I'm a low light. When I'm at Posse, I'm a Posse scholar. But it's like I'm when I'm not at Alive and Free, when I'm at Alive and Free, like I'm always alive and free, and I'm always keeping myself alive and free because the things that like you guys taught us, they're like life skills. Like you kind of need to know it, and it's like I can't take it out of my head. Like even if I want to do something, even if I want to go against it, like it's now my background music. It's not like nagging in my head. So I think that's something that's so interesting and like so unique to the program because I haven't had anything like touch me as deeply and like as holistically as Alive and Free like changed my life. Even though I was never on a bad path, like it just like it still I think about it every single day before I'm about to do something, before I'm like talking to people. I just like it's just like I don't know, I guess it's kind of just me now. It's like a part of me.
Love it, Alda. I just that is really special. And this is nerdy because it's bringing tears to my eyes because it's so important to know that and to hear that, just the impact that it's had on your life, like and like the different levels that the prescription can like affect you and impact you, and the fact that you have it right now and your life is just beginning, and I know that you're sharing it with other people, like whether it's just by like leading by example or like saying it verbally or questioning them, like it is just I don't even know, it's just that was like the hugest compliment to your instructors and the staff at Alive and Free. That I just wow. Because we feel that way, but the way you articulated it, and it's like, and we don't, yes. Okay, let me stop that. It was, I just, wow. And I guess another thing I was wondering about is like, is Mrs. Stell and Mr. Mitra hard? Are they hard? Do you like the way how they do their thing, or Dr. Marshall or
honestly,
yeah.
Okay, honestly, to be fair, like I can't lie, Dr. Marshall is light work compared to Mrs. Stella and Ms. Demetra. He don't got nothing on them. Like I love him, he's funny, but he's serious, but it's just a different vibe. Like honestly, it's so something about them that I really obviously it's them living their life, but whenever I just see like a black woman like educated and knowing their stuff and confident, I'm always just like wow, like just like impressed. And I think that like just and same with Dr. Marshall, just like I feel like everybody from Alive and Free, like their staff, just like when I see people who are just like devoting their life to do like good things for a community, I'm just like wow, like it's very impressive. I think that honestly it's just like they don't play. They want you showed up to be here and they're gonna make sure you're here and you're present and you want to do it. You too, and sometimes you're like, I can see your phone in the reflection. AirPods, phone away. Like sometimes you're harder than them. I'm like, dang, like it's I think that it's so important that like instructor and non-instructor, like everybody is committed to holding you accountable and keep you on task and like making sure you can reach your full potential. And the reason why I don't think they're hard is because they're so explicitly clear. They have high expectations, but they're so clear. They say, I want this, this, and this from you. So you just all you have to do is like give them that. I think that it can be like I think sometimes they can like it's like difficult or it's like introspective, but it's like definitely not impossible. You just have to like just listen, and you kind of have to be receptive and open to what they say. But honestly, I think a lot of it is just it's you doing the work. So I think that it depends on like your relationship with yourself, I guess.
Everyone's there to like cheer you on, each
Yeah.
and every one of you. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. I'm like, oh, I'm hard, huh? Okay.
You really are. Like I don't even you are hard, and like sometimes you'll be stricter than them. They'll be like, "Oh, it's okay." You're like, "No, AirPods off."
You know why? Because people listen to music and then they
Yeah.
found out like someone did it yesterday and I was like, man, and it's just like sometimes you just need that help in order to get it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To help yourself stay
Yeah.
focused.
No, definitely. I completely
Yeah.
agree. We like AirPods
I'm
off.
sorry.
Off the desk.
I'm not
Like
sorry.
ding. And
I'm
then
not
but it's
sorry.
so funny. You be like AirPods off and you be like, the pizza's here, guys. AirPods off. guys, if you guys were hot, I just put ice cream out. Phone away. Like you don't play. Like it's like game time, and then it's like, hi guys. Oh my god, my daughter, she's so funny. And then class will be like, no, stop, get up here, don't disrupt. I'll be like,
I'm
you're
honored.
scary
Thank you.
too.
Thank you. Okay, good.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I think maybe as a parent too, as you know, it's like you learn how to do that where it's yeah, you learn how to be like, yeah, how to be serious, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. When to turn it on, right? In class,
Yeah.
you gotta be ready too.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty. And so we did have ices yesterday, so
There we go. See?
and I didn't yell at people about their phones, so yeah. Oh my God, you're so funny.
No, but honestly, I think that it's really cool how you guys all uphold like the same boundary, like in the same way. I think that it's so important that like all like the instructors are kind of like unified in the same way. Like maybe if Mrs. Stella isn't there to like uphold her boundary, like you would uphold it for her. And I think that it shows that like even between like staff members, like there's that same like sense of community. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just really happy you're able to like participate with how it is. COVID really, things got weird with COVID. And so it's nice that like how we're doing it now is how it works. And I think your lives are still really being impacted. You're able to like, learn. It's a little different, and you're yelling at the screen.
Oh, no, you can feel it. You can feel it. Hi, my name is Ella Tesfaye, and I'm alive and free.